Hello, welcome back. Apparently I'm doing this One Piece thing now, because why not? I know that the last video was 2 weeks late after the chapter came out, but I was lazy in editing that, so you get what you get, and at least I posted something at this point. Swear to God, it's been stupidly long since I posted anything, but we take those. So here we got chapter 1065 of One Piece. We got this sick double page spread of Film Red, because Film Red is finally getting its release in the US. From what I hear, it's really good, so go watch One Piece Film Red, I guess. I'd heard about it, but it's like, why the hell is Oven here? Like, out of all the random one-off characters, I never think of Oven as, yes, he's my favorite character, Charlotte Oven. Not to knock anyone's favorite character, but if your favorite character is Oven, what are you doing? Why? Cool stuff, Uta, Shanks, Luffy in Gear 5. I wasn't sure that Luffy would actually go into Gear 5. Sorry, anime onlys, they're just gonna get spoiled. I mean, I'm sure all the anime onlys have probably already gotten spoiled by general stuff, but they go to watch Film Red, they're just gonna get spoiled like crazy. But let's actually get into the chapter. I thought this chapter was pretty cool. It's the 6 paths of Vegapunk, or as I like to call it. The chapter is actually called 6 Vegapunks, but who cares? It's a Naruto reference. I don't care. 6 paths of Vegapunk. We are on the future island of Egghead. Is it a future island? God, fucking kill me. Zoro and Brook are still hanging out on the Sunny. And Caribou shows up. This stupid, slimy mud motherfucker is still here, and everyone hates him. Go away. And thankfully, Zoro hates him too. He's apparently agreed with them to say, just get me off of Wano, just drop me off on any island, but a government island wasn't really what he was expecting, so we're just gonna drop him off here at Egghead and hope he gets captured and we never see him again. Please, God, Caribou, go away. Not that directed. The other group, Nami, Usopp, Robin, Frankie, Sanji, are following Lilith into the actual Egghead lab, and Lilith is kind of explaining how all this works. I mean, Usopp and Nami have never seen a freaking escalator before, so they're just like, what the hell is this? The stairs are moving, and there's like infinite stairs. What the hell? I forgot who said it, but it was like, to anyone from the past, technology is basically indistinguishable from magic. Wow, English is very difficult. In this world where, like, it's all 1800s pirate, like, stuff, maybe 1700, I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this. An escalator is something like, what even is this? It's from far future, and Lilith is basically explaining, oh, everything here is ran off of fire. I mean, Vegapunk could have made some sort of, of course Sabo right now has the Mero Mero Nomi, and I don't know if Vegapunk could have tried to, like, somehow either make an artificial Mero Mero Nomi, which kind of can be indicated by something later in the chapter, or just, like, is somehow harnessing that power, or just using normal fire. As, I guess, that would probably be the easiest solution. But Lilith is saying, oh, if only I could harness the power of, like, the undying flame, we could make our own sun, which, is kind of tying back into Luffy with his, all his sun god Nika things. Like, the sun is basically all of the power source, like, just a source of good, I guess, for everything. It's a power source for all of Vegapunk's inventions, but it's also kind of this metaphorical, like, see the light and everything is happy and the sun comes out and everything's great. like the sun and Sun God Nika seem to be tying in more and more with every new development. And Lilith just walks through a wall, as you do, and the Straw Hats are like, wait, what the hell? Do you have some sort of devil fruit? No, I mean, they don't say that, but like, no, it's just some weird hologram technology. But Usopp goes back and checks it, and it's like, nope, it's a solid wall. So, that's just cool Vegapunk stuff. And now we get Kid Jinbei. I mean, Oda set this up kind of by showing Kid Jinbei in the last chapter from Bonnie. Now is showing Seraph Jinbei. And all the Straw Hats are like, wait, what the hell? Is this Jinbei's son? Or did Jinbei randomly get aged down and grow wings? Which, I mean, wouldn't be the weirdest thing for One Piece. I mean, he literally did get aged down. Not too far-fetched. But Frankie realizes, oh shit, this thing's firing lasers at us. He's trying to kill us. And everything starts blowing up. And it reminds me of the pacifistas, like basically from pre-time skip. I mean, for the Straw Hat crew back then, it was basically impossible for them. Like every single one of them had to work together to take down one single pacifista. Now, this is basically what that was here to them, but now, instead of just having big lasers, this thing has devil fruits. And which actually really opens up a lot of questions about what devil fruits the other Pacifista members will have, or what the other Seraphim members will have. And because it's like, oh, Jinbei here has the swim fruit from Senior Pink, and when I saw this, I popped the hell off. Frankie realizes it too. He's like, shit, Senior Pink, is he dead? No. Like, that would be the saddest thing in all of One Piece if Senior Pink died. But it's like, okay, does Boa still have the Love fruit? Or does Mihawk now have a new fruit? Does he have like the swords? Is it the sword fruit? Whichever one Mr. One Daz Bones has, where he can like turn himself into a blade, because that would be cool. Instead of having like the huge cross sword, he literally, yes, I have turned into the sword. Kid Jinbei, Seraphim Jinbei, is now like grabs Nami. Sanji sees this and he's like, shit, like, how dare you touch Nami? Diablo Jomblas. Jinbei straight in the face. And Robin is just as pissed, if not even more pissed. And she goes into her huge naked woman form. I'm sure Sanji is very happy right now. But she starts beating up, or trying to beat up Jinbei. The coolest thing about Kid Jinbei, he's still able to use Fishman Karate, even though he's using the swim fruit. So he's using it here, and Usopp protects Robin and shoots him with a fucking nuclear bomb, apparently. I mean, in an SBS, Oda said basically, oh, if Jinbei had a devil fruit, he would have Tori no Mi, the bird fruit or whatever. So now he's able to fly, but this also really works too, because instead of being able to swim in the sea, he's able to swim on land and still make use of all his Fishman Karate. And Frankie uses his radical beam. Totally radical, dude. And Dr. Vegapunk steps in. He's like, this Dr. Vegapunk, this one is Edison. He's like, shit, we haven't even tested him for lasers yet. Which honestly, it's like, okay, everything else here is fine, but Frankie's lasers are the thing that makes him freak out, which, I mean, Frankie is canonically the strongest character out of all of these, out of the Straw Hats here. No, but we get this, of course, new design, or this new Vegapunk. Kind of like, what's that dude from Family Guy? Yeah, he's basically that. I mean, all the other Vegapunks look relatively well, I mean, Lilith looks like a person, Atlas looks like a large child for some reason, and then now, there's just like weird triangular football head kids, and then that also applies to Pythagoras. So basically, we've seen 3 of the Vegapunks, but now we finally get shown the other 3 Vegapunks. We get Edison here, Pythagoras here, and York here. And basically, Edison seems to be the one who's coming up with all the ideas. Pythagoras seems to be the one who's like putting all these ideas into planning, and York here is just the, hey, could you go and eat and constantly eat and constantly go to the toilet so everyone else doesn't have to. Which also kind of brings up some weird implications, like they seem to share some sort of consciousness. Like, oh, he here needs to go to the bathroom, so he's like, hey, York, just go to the bathroom. I wonder whether that also translates for damage, whether damage carries over between the Vegapunks. And trademark Oda design, female design of just put them in a bikini, because why not? Yeah, York is basically the one who here just has to eat, shit, and sleep. Sure, that sounds like a very fun life. And Atlas, or no, not Atlas, Shaka, he here gets the Straw Hats. He's like, Sanji's pissed, he can't move, everyone's magnetized to the floor. Shaka's like, yeah, of course, we have precautions for that, because why wouldn't we? But now he starts going on to and telling the Straw Hats, hey, you think this thing is so futuristic, right? Frankie's like, yeah, it's the future, radical, whatever. But he's like, Pat, JK, this is actually an island of the past. I feel like I may have heard some theory like this before, where it was just like, oh, the Void Century, instead of being incredibly like primitive, it was incredibly technologically advanced. Let me just get here for just explain that. Finally, yeah, Luffy, Chopper, Bonnie, and Jinbei look up. They're still in the junk pile, but they see this huge mech. Yeah, this kind of says, oh, okay, the Void Century, the ancient city or civilization, was really technologically advanced. They had these huge mechs, and it seems like in the war with the world government, the world government must have had some way to take down this extremely advanced technology. It also kind of brings into some questions with like Toki, because Toki is from the Void Century, and I mean, if the Void Century was so futuristic, why did she not comment on it or whatever? It was Wano, so Wano may have been isolated because Wano's kind of weird like that. And also, Wano at that point, since Toki was from the Void Century, it may not have been the whole kind of bowl that it is now, because right now it's basically a bowl. All the rainwater filling it up, and it just became islands, which is another kind of interesting theory. But other than that, just going back to this whole Void Century thing, now it kind of brings into perspective, it's like, Vegapunk, he isn't even, like, he isn't inventing new things, he's just trying to recreate what the old culture had, which is kind of, just brings things into perspective, and it's like, I mean, of course he's a genius compared to everyone else. Everyone else is living in 1800s time, like basically pirate ships and all that. But he isn't even inventing all this. He's just recreating it and making it useful to us now. So this is probably another reason why the government wants him dead. They're just like, okay, shit, like he's getting all these things from the ancient kingdom, and it's like, okay, all of this old future tech, I mean, that's kind of an oxymoron, but all this old future tech is really starting to get dangerous, and if we don't take him out right now, we might have a problem on our hands. So that just kind of is another reason why they sent CP0 out to kill Vegapunk. I mean, overall, this chapter, I'd say, was really cool. It was kind of more of an exposition chapter, it felt like, especially in the second half. First half was fighting, cool. It was cool that we got to see Kid Jinbei. I wonder if there's going to be Seraph like Gecko Moria, or Seraph Buggy. I wonder if Seraph Gecko Moria will still be just as shit as original Gecko Moria. Yeah, cool chapter. New, like, cool fight. It's nice to see the Straw Hats team up. And then got introduced to the rest of the Vegapunks and a huge reveal at the end. So cool chapter. We'll see. I know that of course this is late because I record these way too late. I record these like several days after the chapter comes out because I'm lazy and also my editing. Thanks. Thanks for watching. If you know what to do. If you want to do it, you can do the YouTube things. Other than that, see ya.